What's going on, people? How you doing tonight? Hope you can hear me clearly. Everything's working. Good, good. Yeah, it's a story. This is a story that you can see from the thumbnail and the title of the video. This is going to be something to talk about, something to look up. I'm going to try to put all the titles and everything of the story into my description box. You can check it out for yourself. Anyway, thank you for joining me at Kasim Lamar Podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. Yes, yes. Yeah, I just want to talk about this young man. As a matter of fact, before I even go any further, I want to talk about a situation, my own little situation and how things are going when it comes to a lot, having conversations about this, having conversations about important it is, how important it is to see if to see what's going on in this society when it comes to parenting, when it comes to two family households, and who you bring in that child, who you bringing that, who you bringing in the world, and how important it is that the father and the mother is on the same accord, and how important it is to vet the person that you with. Men get a bad rap, especially black men. We get a bad rap, but if you look at anything statistically, if you look at facts, other than feelings, black men do a very good job with their children, especially in the last 30 years, 30 to 25 years. We've been faced with a whole lot. We've been faced with women, and we've been women that not letting us do our duties, or we've been faced with the government, the state, trying to not let us do our duties. And that's not just black men. That's, men in this society entirely. And this is a situation where we need to understand that it's going to get worse before it get better, because the other side of the platform, like when I was having this conversation, we have many simp enforcers, and we have many delusional simp enforcer feminist males that's taken up for this, man, as though it's actually simp enforcers that's creating this madness in this world. Not only my community, the so-called Black American community, but in generally other non so-called blacks. It's a lot of things that's going on that is nothing's helping. To make a long story, because it's a lot of people being delusional, and we have these simp beta males, these simp enforcers, that's actually causing the drama by getting these baby mama terrorists pregnant and creating madness within our own community. We look at statistics of single motherhood. Not all single mothers, but most single mothers statistically aren't doing a good job, you know? And anyway, if you raising that child with another person, because like I said, a child wasn't never meant to be raised by a single parent. You might say, well, I'm doing a good job, that remains to be seen. I know many people think they're doing a good job. They calling their children, their sons and daughters, kings and queens. Their son's a king, their daughter's a queen. But if we really look at it, they don't care if their son be a king or queen in this modern day era. you know so how are they raising their children right? But you can't tell them nothing, because again, all these so-called independent people, and especially women, they believe that they're doing a great job because the mainstream media is telling them stuff like this that happens to this little boy that I'm about to get to. No one wants to talk about it, especially when it's a little black boy getting killed by family members. But anyway, we're gonna go into it, and then I'm gonna tell you what I feel about the whole ordeal. But I'm gonna be giving you videos, and I'm gonna be giving you articles as well. Please stay tuned. Let's get it going. All right. Oh no, man. Don't want to stop this sharing.
Boy from North Chicago is now charged with first-degree murder in connection with the child's death.
Start it over again. I'm sorry, guys.
The mother of a 6-year-old boy from North Chicago is now charged with first-degree murder in connection with the child's death. WGN's Megan Dwyer has been following developments and has more.
We was just praying and hoping for the best that he could return, safely to us. It's so shocking.
You like that?
Yeah.
It was not the outcome anyone wanted.
Detectives was working hopefully to find him healthy, find him safe, and find him alive.
After
Seriously, what kills me is people always saying they're shocking surprise, because this is what the mainstream media gives us, and especially in the so-called black community. Anything that we see on TV, not all of us, and actually is growing to a lot of us that I see on YouTube, that I see on social media. Social media made this whole situation, whole world feel very small, because you're getting to know other people from different countries, different states, what have you. But what I'm saying is more black folks are starting to understand that they're being highly manipulated by the mainstream media, especially the mainstream woke, fake woke media. And they don't understand this lady talking about she's surprised, but it's a story about these the biological mother and the father, that I'm gonna go over, that in the beginning of this boy being born. But let's keep it going.
3 days of worry.
Hold on.
Safely to us. It's so shocking.
You like that?
Yeah.
It was not the outcome anyone wanted.
Detectives was working hopefully to find him healthy, find him safe, and find him alive.
After 3 days of worrying and circulating flyers on social media, 6-year-old Damari Perry's father would get the news he would never see his son again.
Yeah, brutal attack. It was a brutal murder. He suffered. He suffered real bad.
Earlier this week, the FBI said the boy went missing under unusual circumstances. Family initially told the police the boy had gone to a party with his teen sister in Skokie. She told investigators she had a few drinks and fell asleep. When she woke up, her little brother,
the teen sister, she supposedly had a few drinks and fell asleep. Baby mama terrorists.
Today, Skokie police say that wasn't true.
The whole story was fabricated in the first place.
North Chicago police chased leads on this case and ended up in the 700 block of Van Buren Street in Gary, Indiana, early this morning. They found Perry's body near an abandoned home.
And when I say brutal, it was brutal.
Police arrested his mother, 38-year-old Janie Perry, his 20-year-old brother, Jeremiah Perry, and a 17-year-old family member.
20-year-old brother had something to do with the murder as well. 20-year-old son husband that a lot of these baby mama terrorists are raising. A 20-year-old son husband that's going to be, now he's probably going to jail for the rest of his life, but he would have been another simp enforcer that's protecting all this delusion in the black community, but doing all the chaos and destroying his own family. Them guys that protect that sector, and it's not just poor hood women. I know plenty of so-called educated women that doing the same thing. Let's get it going.
So one of the worst cases I've seen in my 20 years as an attorney and working in criminal law.
Investigators say he was killed on December 30th, his 6th birthday. Then someone moved his body to Gary, Indiana on New Year's.
As you heard, he was killed on his 6th birthday in Gary, Indiana. His 6th birthday, he was killed.
Eve. He wouldn't be reported missing until 5 days later.
He was very bubbly. He had a big, warm smile that can brighten up anybody's day. He was a typical little 6-year-old.
His other brothers and sisters are now with the Department of Children and Family Services. Today, too distraught to talk, the boy's father is now raising money for his youngest son's funeral.
It's not the boy's father. It's actually the boy's stepfather, another simp enforcer. He actually raising money, helping the biological father raise money. That's a good man. I ain't gonna disrespect him. He's good for that, for doing that. But I don't know what this guy was at doing all this situation. But again, like I said before, these type of women, and many of our women, they are down with a lot of simp enforcers. These illogical males that don't know what to be a feminine or don't know what to be, think they being masculine because they can fight, they could destroy things, and that's the opposite of being masculine, you know, and that's who they be with. They don't be with no man that could think for himself, that could take leadership of his family and himself. They don't want to be with that. Critical thinking, man, nah.
Funeral, trying to understand how anyone could hurt such a vibrant young boy.
Cherish our children. If you see something that don't look right, speak up. Because our kids.
How we cherish our children. This is the end of this video that I'm gonna put out. That I'm gonna get. We're gonna go to some more videos. How we cherish our children is to start making the right choices. How to vet who we are with, not lustily. Oh, he look like he could throw it down, or she look like she could throw it down, or she fine. Look at her ass. Damn, look at his money. This and that. And third. That don't have nothing to do with how they could take care of family and protect the family. That none of that has nothing to do with it. But if you let these modern day females, these baby mama terrorists, and these simp beta male enforcers and pookies tell you that they doing what's right. But if you check the numbers, it's the opposite of right. Sure, you're gonna have certain people that's doing okay, but these kids, for the most part, is, we're failing our children. To make a long story short, I'm gonna share another video. Hold on one second for you. And this is the aunt talking right now. Let's go.
Really, no, this really hurt us.
Family members of a grieving father returning near the scene in Gary tonight.
Why you ain't rubbing it? Yeah, man.
I am.
I'm lost, man. I don't feel like I lost a part of myself when I got that news.
Where his 6-year-old youngest child, Damari Perry, was found dead.
This is not replaceable. He not replaceable. We can't go back and get another Damari.
The boy's body was found Friday night in an alley between Harrison and Van Buren Streets after North Chicago police say he was reported missing Wednesday evening and apparently was last seen on Tuesday.
I only had a little time to spend with my baby, man. I wish that I had more. Basically, I just wish.
I want to know, why did this man have just a little time to spend with his baby? I know why, for the most part. Not 100% on it, but probably because of domestic situations and stuff like that, being lied in court and stuff like that. Probably don't want to even handle this. Like most of these males, situations where they getting tired of fighting for some going through hell with a situation. Being as though it's no excuse, but it kind of is, because that could hurt your psyche. It's been several men that I somewhat know, and say, what, I wait, or that I wait until the baby's 18, because I'm not gonna destroy myself mentally and be broke for the rest of my life going to court all the time. That's not going to happen. And this is what the state, the government, and everybody do. They don't. I think they understand that more than 80% of people that's in jail was raised in a single parent household. the government understands that, and they understand it daily. They want you to make bad choices for who you choose to mate with, to go half on the baby with. They want you to do it, especially black folks, because real talk, I believe most of our women is the right hand man to the government, to the state, and been that way for 30, 40 years. Not all our women, not our traditional women, not our women that grew up with a strong father and mother figure in the household, and even certain ones, just like I said, not all, not all people that was raised in a single parent household, uh, was a degenerate or something like that. I'm not saying that at all. But even the ones like myself that was raised in a single parent household, I would say it every day. I needed a productive father figure. I needed a second parent. So if something got bad with the first parent, you just had you had a second parent to go. I'm not saying to stay with the person for the rest of your life. Just like I was trying to tell this grown woman local where I live at, this like nobody ain't saying staying in a abusive relationship, but at least stay in a quote unquote abusive relationship, but at least stay in a relationship where you know that father or that mother is going to be productive in their lives. It was going to be a great co-parenting uh, situation. You know, at least do that. And common sense people wouldn't understand that, but you got to explain to people that live in an echo chamber most of the time. Talking to people that feel the same way as they do, 99.9% of the time. Let's keep it going.
She was still helping.
Damari's mother and a sibling initially said the boy was missing in Skokie, but investigators say the evidence didn't add up. They shifted their focus to the family's home in North Chicago. Police arresting Damari's mother, Janie Perry, his 20-year-old brother, Jeremiah Perry, and another sibling, too young to be identified.
My little cousin should have been away from her. We all shocked. We all at disbelief. We all just don't understand how.
If her cousin should have been away from her, why is she shocked? I'm trying to tell you guys, we see the mainstream media, and I'm not saying specifically 100%, this is what our mindset is, but we see the mainstream media and we think, okay, the mainstream media is making me entitled, making me feel like single motherhood is great, but reality says the complete opposite. So if your cousin should have been away from the mother, why are you shocked? This lady, as she's not saying it, she has a history of doing things she shouldn't be doing. The mother of the devil, the baby mama terrorist. What's her name? Gina Perry. The, she has a history, with her kids, abusing them verbally, physically, obviously. Let's keep it going.
How she let it get to this point.
Now the boy described as once having a huge personality.
He was just the life of me, man. He was just like, he could walk in a room and everybody loved him.
Is gone forever, leaving behind heartache.
She traumatized a lot of people with this.
And animosity for his accused killers.
I pray God don't have no mercy on them, one of their souls, for what they did tonight. Because
yes,
they hurt
indeed.
my whole family.
And an autopsy will be performed on Monday to determine Damari's cause of death.
So the autopsy that I'm reading of the little boy is gruesome. I don't even want to talk about it on my page. You guys, his name is Damar Perry. Is in Chicago. You guys can get the link. I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you guys can check this out. Let's get back to Hib. So plain and simple, guys. Real talk. I'm gonna read an article or two on the lady, on his baby mama terrorist mother, and his son, husband, brother. The thing is, man, in this society, the woman got to be ultra bad to not have custody of the baby. And I'm gonna go on live either tomorrow or what have you, either later on today, and I'm gonna let you guys understand that I'm gonna let you see the percentages of women and harming their children is overwhelming so much more than a man. The percentage of a women and a dude that's with them is overwhelmingly so much more than a man. It's not even funny. The fact is, a man can take care of his kids better than a woman can. Don't be thinking because the woman have all these different uh these so they call themselves independent, but they got all these different things that can help them. The WIC program, um, family service, just her services, food stamps, of housing, this and that, the third. They got it all, and it's hard for a man to do it, but they still do it. The percentage is just there. You can say what you want, but the percentage is there, point blank. Now let's get to the baby mama terrorist. Uh, the latest on her. Let's get it there. Hold on one second. Gotta hurry up the video. Almost done. Please like and subscribe, guys. Okay, horrifying details release. Handsome little man. And that's another again, like mainstream media don't give a shit about when black boys die. They be talking about black girls die. Man, black girls got everything in the world. They promote, they sell, they giving them reparations. Anyway, let's get it going. Little Damari Perry was punched and killed in late December. They dumped in Gary, Indiana. Prosecutors said Sunday. I guess they went all the way. They came from all the way. They came all the way from North Carolina, North Chicago to Gary, Indiana. I really don't want to talk about the gruesome details because I read it. I really don't, but we can go into a little bit. Demarion Perry 6 was found dead in an abandoned building this weekend, and now his mother, brother, and other siblings are charged in connection with his death. Let's keep it going. Brother Jeremiah Perry was in court on Sunday morning where prosecutors laid out the little boy terrible last day on earth. They said that on December 29th, Damari did something his mom. Sorry, they said that on December 29th, Damari did something his mom for which his mom thought he should be punished. The child was put in cold water in a bathtub. These who they giving it. Hey, this who the courts give. Even if they got a pass, they're giving them to the child because they think the father can't do no better for some reason. Again, they know what they're doing. The court systems know what they're doing. They know how they giving these baby mama terrorists women, our children, to destroy them even more, so they can one day be in the penitentiary. Okay, bathtub or shower in their home in North Chicago, and eventually started vomiting and passed out. He was taken out of the cold water. No one called 911 and died, and he died. Of course. This is this guy on the left. This is the son husband brother. This the brother of the little boy, the son husband of the baby mama terrorist that I call him son husband. Prosecutors said that Jeremiah Perry and mother Jane Perry, the baby mother terrorist, talked about disposing of the body, and they decided to dump him in Gary. Fucking cowards. Demarius Perry was reported missing on January the 5th, and at the time, his mom often up an elaborate, I'm sorry, guys, an elaborate story about the boy being taken on a play date with his 16-year-old sister, a woman named Monique, and a man named Wako Chaos. What? Police said there is no sign that any of this happened, obviously. Jane M. Perry, 38, with a 20-year-old son, is charged with first degree murder, concealment of a homicide death, and obstruction of justice. Jeremiah R. Perry, 20, is charged with aggravated battery causing bodily harm to a child under 12, concealing a homicidal death, and obstructing justice. This is who they on the left. This is who they right here. This is who they raised. This is who they raised. Did all that to his little brother. Jeremiah Perry is already on probation for possession of marijuana with a firearm, own ID card, firearm owner ID card. His bond was set at $3 million. Police said Jenny Perry was taken to the hospital Saturday after complaining. They still can't take accountability, boy. A lot of our baby mom in our community, they will never ever want to take accountability. She was talking about she was ill. She is under police custody at a local hospital and was not in court on Sunday. Jane Perry will go to bond court after she has been medically discharged from the hospital, police said. A minor sibling has also been arrested and is in juvenile jail. She was just getting all her kids involved. This woman was just getting all her kids involved. Hey, I blame this a lot on a lot of black men, a lot of simp enforcing beta pookies that get these type of women pregnant. I blame the father. I'm pretty sure you saw a lot of seen a lot of red flags before you had that baby, or did you? This lady had what they say. This she said other stories. She said she had multiple baby fathers. Obviously, she did. 38 years old with 7 kids. Crazy. All right, this is going to be the last article that I'm going to read to you guys. This is the update article. Trying to find it. Here. Okay, here we go. No, that is the Mari Perry update. North Chicago mom held on a $5 million bond in 6-year-old son's death. Now it's $5 million. I think it's the same old stuff that they were saying on the other article, but let's breeze to it. Yep, same old stuff that they was finding. Now it's $5 million. See, this is what I'm talking about. And my tractors, the women, and a lot of these simp enforcers, they don't want to talk about this. They don't want to talk about facts. They don't want to talk about something that's going to help hold the woman accountable. None of these people. This is why it's going to get worse. Venezuela is already crazy, but it's going to get worse before it get any better in this in this society, in this country, but especially in my community, the so-called Black Americans, because nobody don't want to take accountability. Nobody don't want to be honest on what really needs to be changed. They want to worry about everything that really don't matter because they watching mainstream media. They led by other people what they're doing instead of what we need to do to change. And that's the biggest problem that we have. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go live later on today. And I want you guys to really understand this shit right here is whack. And I can't believe it in my eye. I can't believe that this haven't even gone mainstream. So many different incidents that I see a lot of little black boys dying, getting killed by their own family members, and nobody don't care. And I'm talking about in the black community. I don't care about other non-blacks. I don't care if they care. Nobody ain't talking about it. Nobody ain't talking about what we need to change in our community. All they talking about on what they doing individually. And most of these people that I talk to, I be knowing a little bit about their situation, and they not doing a good job. Because they all they want to do is be globalists. They want to worry about everybody else. They think their kids all good and everything else. But this is, again, I'm hoping that it get better. But the mindsets, even on our so-called educated people, our so-called educated ones, that they don't want to be accountable. A lot of them don't want to be accountable. I'm talking about these baby mama terrorists, these simping forces, these modern day women, and these Pookie and Ray Rays. They don't want to. They don't care. They don't. I mean, they don't. They don't even care when something happened to them. But anyway, just like I said, guys, I really hope we do change, and then we need to change as soon as possible. Even with me, even my own situation, I need to change it up. Every day, I feel like I need to change up. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at other men and what they could do for me, or another woman and what she could do for me. I look at what I'm doing. You look in within yourself, and then you will see, yeah, and then you worry about anything else. But hey, if you don't work on yourself, nothing ain't gonna never get better. Because you're gonna be still doing the same thing you're doing and making the bad decisions that you making bad decisions or whoever you're making it with. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe to this video. And I see you next time. Peace.